Hey guys, it's Jen with Card Zen by Jen. Thank you for joining me for another Manic Monday 5-minute card. This card is so quick and easy. You are going to be making these left and right. This is a great way to get a lot of cards out at once. And today I'm going to be using the Lasting Joy. This is a photopolymer stamp set with Stampin' Up. This is in their new annual catalog. And I love the script with this. I'm so sorry, I'm so thankful, birthday wishes always. And then it has some things like, may the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. You're going through this, so you put that, I'm so sorry, you're going through this, hoping for better days ahead. It has this really cute little floral pattern here and some greenery as well. And that's what we're going to be using today. We're going to be using this one right here, and we're going to be using this greenery here. So we are also going to be using the deckled rectangle dies. We are actually not using the embossing machine. I'm going to use this as a template today. So we are not doing any die cutting. I am going to use the dies as a template. So let's set this aside for just a second. The inks that we are using today, we're using two of the new In Color inks. We're using Pebbled Path and Moody Mauve. They are both in the 2023 to 2025 in colors. They are beautiful colors, and they're especially beautiful together. We are also going to be using Old Olive. If you don't have Old Olive, use whatever green that you have. It does not matter. I am also going to be using a Stampin' Right marker today. I'm going to be using the Mossy Meadow. This is the Stampin' Right. If you don't have Mossy Meadow, again, use whatever you have, whether that be even the basic black, just use whatever you have. So our colors of paper that we are using today, we are going to be using the Pebbled Path, we are going to be using the Mossy Meadow, and we are going to be using, I left it sitting over across the room, we're going to be using Basic White. So let's go ahead and cut our cardstock. Let me put my inks aside, bring in our trimmer. So I'm bringing the trimmer here. And this is how I like to set my trimmer. So my Basic White is going to be cut to 3.5 by 4 3/4. So 3.5 by 4 3/4. And you notice that I did not go from a full sheet of paper. I am a huge proponent of using what you have, use up your scraps, waste not, want not, all of that fun stuff. I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow, and the Mossy Meadow I am going to cut to that basic matting measurement, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that is my Mossy Meadow. I'm going to set that aside. Now my Pebbled Path is going to be my card base. So we are starting with an 8.5 by 11, and I am going to cut this down to 5.5. And that gives me 2 pieces of card base, and I'm going to put one aside for another use. All right, there you have it. I'm telling you, this is super simple. You've got your Mossy Meadow, your Pebble Path, and you've got your Basic White. So let's put our trimmer aside. And we are going to now bring back in our inks. And let's grab some blocks here. So I already have, let me see. So this is the flower that I'm going to be using. So let's pull this out, and we are going to put that on the block. It just sticks right on. And I already have here it is. I already have this greenery image, the leaves, and I have that on a small block. So we are going to bring in our Basic White piece, and let's bring in our Stampin' Pierce mat. Because this is a clear stamp, you get a better image if you stamp it on the Stampin' Pierce mat or something with a little bit of a give. So if you don't have that, take a bunch of paper towels, fold them together, put it underneath your paper, and stamp it that way. We're going to start with our Moody Mauve. So let's grab the Moody Mauve, and we are going to take our floral image, ink that up, and let's put that right here in the corner. All right, so we are going to do another in the upper left corner. There we go. And we are done with that. I don't know what I did with my chamois. Oh dear. Did you ever have one of those days? Because I am having it. All right, well, I don't know what I did with my chamois, so I'm gonna have to clean that off later. All right, so moving on, let's pull out the Old Olive. We are gonna do our greenery. So we are going to pick up that Old Olive, and we are going to come off the top of this flower, just like that. Do it again. We are going to come off the bottom of this flower, just like that. And now we are going to go the other way. We are going to come off the side of this flower, just like that. It does not have to be perfect. Remember, handcrafted cards are not perfect. They are handcrafted. There we go. How's that? That is actually gorgeous in and of itself. All you have to do right now is stamp a greeting on the or your sentiment right here in the middle. But we're going to do one more thing. We are going to do one more thing. So let's close that up. Let's pull out our dies, and we are going to pull out. So this is our deckled rectangle. I really love these. These are just beautiful. They're just beautiful whenever you use them. But we are not going to use them to cut our paper. This time I'm going to use them as a template. So what I want to do, I'm going to put my Stampin' Pierce aside for a moment. So what I want to do is I want to set this down just like this in the center. I am going to grab some washi tape. And what I'm going to do with my washi tape is I'm going to help to hold this down. So I'm going to put some washi tape there around my flower, and I'm going to put some washi tape right here around my flower as well. Now I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow, and you're going to notice on your Stampin' Write markers you have two sides. You have the small side for just a thin line, and you have the brush tip. We want to use this one, the small side, for the thin line. So it was getting too much glare, so I moved where my lamps were, but now I'm getting too much shadow. So, all right. So now that we have this down, what we're going to do is we're going to start. You can do the inside of the line or the outside of the line. It does not matter. But what we're going to do is we're only going to go around to where that foliage is, to the foliage. We don't want to go on top of the foliage. So you're just going to start it, and it's going to be wiggly because that's what makes it look cool. And we're going to stop. We're going to come over on this side. We're going to do the same thing. It's hard to do on camera, quite honestly. Try not to stop. Try to do fluid movement. If you stop, it's going to create a little dot. If that happens, do not worry. Simply create some more dots so that it looks like you meant to do that. So now we are going to gently take off the washi tape. Maybe. I don't think I have any fingernails left anymore. I can't believe that it is July 17th already. This is crazy. This year is going by way too fast. There you go. That came out a little light on that side, but that's okay. Again, it's not meant to be perfect. So we can just go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I'm using the Pebbled Path, and the sentiment that I'm using is the hoping for better days ahead. I already have it on my block, so I'm going to ink it up. Let me bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat again so that I get a good image on this. All right, that's better. And we're just going to go right in the middle, or somewhat in the middle. There you go. Hoping for better days ahead. Let's close up the ink because I am notorious for making a mess. We can remove the Stampin' Pierce, and then let's bring back in our card base. We are going to simply fold this in half, and we are going to crease it with your bone folder. And then we are going to take, oh, I did that too big, didn't I? What did I do with that? That is way too big. I somehow missed on that one. Let's cut this one again, shall we? I think I kept the wrong piece of this. So, sorry. I needed this to be 4 by 5 1/4. I think that's what I did. I somehow kept the wrong side. Well, we just made our 5-minute card into 6 minutes. And that was my fault. I apologize. All right, so we are going to take our glue and we are going to adhere our basic white stamped image onto our Mossy Meadow. Just center it. There you go. And then you are going to put some adhesive on that, and you are going to center that onto the front of your card base. And there you go. How easy is that? If you need a little bit of bling, you can pull out, let me see, you can pull out the neutral adhesive backed sequins. You could pull out the coordinating 2023-2025 in color dots. I'm not sure which ones I like better. Maybe to put the decisions. This is why I like Stampin' Retreats, because then I have a room full of 30 other women who can tell me what they think that I should do. But I think I am going to, just for the ease of this, take my wild wheat off of my in colors. I'm going to use the largest dot. Let's see if I can grab that there, and put that in the centers of my flowers. There you go. What do you think about that? All right, again, it was super simple. We're using that die as a template and not as to cut anything. So it really speeds up making the cards. So I hope you like that. I would love to see what you create with this design, and just pop your pictures in the comment section. And let me know also in the comments, let me know that you watched this. Let me know whether you saw it right there or whether you saw it on a replay. And happy stamping. I will see you again next Monday. Thank you.